Today's topic of discussion is modern day women. So modern day women is a new term for the women who have come about in the last 50 years or so. These women here are not traditional women. They are toxic, they are sick, they are masculine, they are women who are disrespectful, and they are these type of career driven boss babes type women. So we're going to be discussing some key issues with these modern day women and how you can spot certain characteristics within them so you can avoid these type of women. So first point is programmed. So the modern day women have been programmed with all of these sick ideologies, from the mainstream media to the movie industry to this, love stories, fantasies, nonsense. Women are learning from a young age that men need to be in the chasing, submissive position, and if a man really loves a woman, he's going to be constantly texting her, constantly trying to seek her attention and constantly chasing after her. This couldn't be further from the truth. These love stories are all nonsense. Any woman who is seeing a guy who is paying all his attention to her, he's not working on his purpose, he's not actually providing value to society, that guy there is just a beta male. Women are not attracted to that. By default, women are thinking that, I can make this guy somehow be submissive to me, and if he becomes submissive to me, and if he listens to me, and if he does all of these things that I say to him, then I'm going to love him. That couldn't be further from the truth. Women are led by their emotions, and they are not logical creatures. So these love stories are all programming to get women to become masculine and to get them to become disobedient to their husband and to men in general. So the programming has become so deep, right? So these Disney type movies from a young age, right? Women are consuming it, so the girls are consuming it, and then they're looking at all these love stories and they see that, this Prince Charming is got all these external features, all these external characteristics, and he's somebody who is got all of these qualities about him that she really loves. When she meets a guy similar to that in real life, she, let's say, gets with him, she later on realizes that that's not somebody who gives her that love. So that love from within is something which a man needs to have masculine qualities in order for her to feel love for him. She's not going to fall in love with that guy if that man is feminine. So a guy who's feminine, he's focused on his external. He's focused on what he looks like, how he presents himself to the world, across other people, and he is constantly seeking validation. Now, I'm not saying that, you shouldn't, dress better, and you shouldn't, maintain yourself, and you shouldn't, take risks. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that people are so focused on that's just their primary goal, and that's their whole life existence. It's like life has a lot more to it. So when it comes to leading women, you need to lead a woman in all areas of life. So that's what I say in all these videos. So you need to lead a woman mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So all four arenas. And you need to lead her in all areas of life. It cannot just be on money, status, and looks, because you see many guys in society, they're leading women with money, status, and looks, and guess what's happening to them? They're getting divorced, they're getting slapped around, they're getting violated. For example, let's say that Johnny Depp case, you seen that, right? Where that woman there was just being so toxic to him. What's her name? Amber something. I don't even know what her name is, but she was very, very abusive, towards him, and she done all types of craziness, like she even took a dump on his flipping bed. There was even allegations on that, and there's actual evidence of that. That's how despiteful that woman was towards Johnny Depp, and how evil some women are in the world. And these are the type of modern day feminists who have been programmed from a young age that, a man needs to be compliant, and he needs to be listening to me, and he needs to be following my direction, otherwise he doesn't love me. This couldn't be further from the truth. A masculine man, somebody of value, somebody who is purpose driven, he's going to be leading the woman, and then she's going to be following his lead. It's not going to be right where the woman is seeing this guy and saying, oh yeah, you need to do exactly what I say, otherwise if you don't do that, you don't love me. This is just nonsense, and this is what the programming is doing to women from a young age now. They're programming girls as young as like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old through all these stupid love story books, and then just showing these beta males as an examples. These guys are not examples, they're not men. So Johnny Depp, unfortunately, he's done really well in the film industry, but when it comes to his relationships, when it comes to picking his women, he's picked women who are low quality and women who are being abusive towards him. So that's what it is. He's picked a modern day woman. So this is what it is. So you guys need to see that and be like, okay, does this woman have programming? And if so, you need to see that and you need to assess that and be like, okay, cool, she's got programming from the Western agenda, because pretty much all women have. You need to teach her the correct behavior and correct morals and correct ethics, and then that way there she's going to follow your pathway and she's going to follow your lead. So that's that point. Next point is masculine. So the modern day women are so masculine, they are so assertive, and they're so, dominant, that they're trying to put their full force on men. So when they come across real masculine men, they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to act around them. This is a certain masculine girls that I've spoken to, right? They try to categorize me as, these other beta male providers, right? So then what happens is, right, as soon as I check them from the beginning, I tell them, no, we're not doing it that way. This is what it is. You're thinking that, oh yeah, she's trying to get me into being in a position, right, where she's filtering me. Nah, it's not going to work like that. I'm filtering you, and I'm filtering whether or not you tick my requirements, not whether I tick her requirements, because I already tick her requirements. That's what it is by default. When you become a man who's well-rounded in all areas of life, women all will gravitate towards you. The thing is, I'm going to be straight. Look, women have a set standard with all of these lists, right? Oh yeah, he needs to do this. None of those things actually matter. Do you understand? Women respond to certain behavior, and that's masculine behavior. Masculine indifference. Okay, so a man who is excelling in all areas of life, so as I said, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, a woman's going to test you two ways predominantly: mental game or emotional game. If you excel in those areas predominantly, and then you're able to just wipe her out fully with that. Because if a woman starts to throw all these interest tests at you, guess what you do? You check the behavior and you do no contact. So with the no contact right there, that lets a woman know she has no power over you. And when she has no power over you, she has no other choice but to be feminine. You understand, guys? So this is what it is. You're seeing these masculine type women, it's because these masculine women have been raised by feminine dads, and they've been raised by other feminine guys. So these feminine guys are coming across these women here, and then these women here are starting to become masculine as a result of that. But how do you counteract that? You counteract that by being masculine. So be the masculine form that you can be, the best masculine form that you can be. And then that way there, a woman has no other choice but to be feminine. Do you understand? So when these women come across guys who are actually masculine, they become nervous, they become shy, they don't really know how to communicate with that guy. And then she's trying her best to try and win him over. But the truth of the matter is, those masculine qualities are still going to be there within her. So you need to counteract that by actually being a man of value. You understand, guys? So that's how you counteract that. And then if a woman is behaving masculine, so certain times, right, a woman is using these terms which are being thrown around like bro, what other terms? So one of them is bro. There's other terms which these women use towards guys. So masculine words. These are terms which shouldn't be used by women. Women shouldn't be saying bro or cool or, talking street slang. Do you understand? That's predominantly men. That's what men do anyway. They let's say they're talking slang, Women shouldn't be talking like that. Women shouldn't be saying, oh yeah, all these kind of terms, because these are masculine terms. So when these women are saying these terms, I check it straight away, there and then. I tell her, look, don't say bro. Don't call me bro. I'm not your bro. So she's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll tell her straight, look, call me by my name. My name's Omar. Call me Omar. Don't call me no bro or nothing. So Omar, Your Majesty, King, all these terms, that's what you should be calling me. Don't be calling me no bro or anything like that. All this type of nonsense. So this is what it is. This woman straight away, women clock on, they're like, oh yeah, I've never been told to not use that term before. These guys here, these beta males, they're just like accepting that. They're like, oh yeah, call me bro. I was like, no, we're not bros here. Yeah, we're not bros, okay? That's what my friend says to me. If I'm speaking to him or whatever the case is, he says bro, or on text message or something. I never hear that from a woman. A woman should never be saying that to you guys. Do you understand? So check that masculine behavior there and then. Tell her straight away if she's behaving masculine, any type of masculine behavior. Check it there and then. And if she's not compliant with that, guess what? You slap her with no contact. No contact. You're not communicating with her. Zero communication. Nothing. Yeah. And she has no other choice to be like, oh, okay, have to, be feminine. I have to be feminine now because he's not tolerating any type of masculine, disrespect. So that leads us to the next point when it comes to disrespect now. These modern day women are so disrespectful. They're so entitled. They're thinking that just because they've got a job or they've got a career or they've got some sort of house or they've got some sort of car or whatever materialistic possessions, that they think that they're more of value. And then when they come across a guy, they start to be disrespectful and they start to think, oh yeah, you're not on my level. It's like these women here are so delusional to think that just because they've got a career, right, that makes them, somehow they think that they're providing more value to the relationship. It doesn't provide more value to the relationship, because a masculine man is somebody who's a provider and he protects. Do you understand? So this woman here is coming along and she's saying, oh, I've got qualifications in this, I've got this job here, title, just this, whatever career pathway she's got, she's like, oh yeah, I've got this and that. And it's just like, none of that means anything to a guy. Do you understand? So when she's showing disrespectful behavior, or let's say she is not being compliant with you. So if you're saying, for example, oh, I want to speak to your parents here for marriage purposes and let them know that, oh, okay, me and you are talking. And then she turns around and says, oh, no, I don't want to do that, this and that. That's a form of disrespect in and of itself. And guess what you do? You just hit her with no contact. Stop communicating with her. So many guys nowadays, they're taking so much disrespect from these women, so much attitude. And this is why women are becoming like this, is because men are conditioning this behavior. Anytime a woman is showing bad behavior, do not reward her with any attention. Yeah? Do not reward any attention to a woman who shows any type of disrespect. If a woman is showing good behavior and she's being compliant and submissive and she's following you and she's being loving and all these good feminine qualities, then you reward her with attention. Don't be that type of guy who's taking all this disrespect and then you just keep on going back and forth with her, because you're conditioning a woman to keep showing you disrespect. So that's that point. And then the final point is not traditional. So the modern day women are not traditional. So traditional means a woman who is able to look after her household. She prioritizes family and children, and she's somebody who is able to support her husband. So any areas where the husband is lacking, she's able to complement him in those areas there. So let's say, for example, he's constantly working on his purpose. He's constantly providing value to society. When she's at home, right, or when she's with the children, she sees that her husband is exhausted, and guess what she's going to do? She's going to come up to him, speak to him, and be like, make sure he is taken care of, provide him with some like hot food. These women here, they're starting to complain. They're like, oh yeah, why do I have to cook for a guy? It's like, it's crazy. This guy here has been working all these hours out in the streets and you can't even be bothered to cook a meal for him. It just shows how sick these modern day women are. It's crazy. These women here have got no traditional values within them. A traditional woman is able to look after the household. She's able to look after the house, she's able to look after her children, and she's able to support her husband. And she knows full well when she does these things here, those things there are going to provide value to their relationship. That's how she provides value to the relationship. And she's providing it by being feminine, submissive, cooperative, friendly, caring, loving. Yeah. The masculine type women, they're not submissive, they're not caring, they're not loving, they're not any of these characteristics. And they are constantly playing stupid games. That's what it is. This is what these women are doing. They're doing all these games through social media, because these games that these women are playing, yeah, it just shows that they got masculine tendencies within them because of all the programming in society, all the programming that they've been doing all these years here. So that's what it is. So you want the opposite of that, guys. You want a woman who is able to be traditional, where she has got traditional values within her. She's got traditional morals and she's got traditional ethics, and she's able to take care of the house. She's able to take care of the children, and she's able to take care of you, and she's able to take care of the household chores, and she's not going to be complaining about it. She's going to be like, oh, this is my role as a wife. Because guess what? That's her role as a wife, but then guess what? Your role is to be providing for her and to make sure that she has the best life. And your constantly leveling yourself up. Obviously, you cannot be that type of loser who's expecting a traditional woman when you're not a traditional man. So this is what it is. A lot of these guys, what they're doing is they are not traditional men, and then they're expecting a traditional woman. It's like, no, you need to be a traditional man in order for you to get a traditional woman. That's how it works. It's in a mutual exchange of value there. Do you understand, guys? So just to wrap up, the modern day women have been programmed from a young age to be masculine, to be disrespectful, to be disobedient, to be getting a man to be in a submissive position and to get him to chase after her. This is completely backwards when it comes to a relationship. The relationship should be the complete opposite, where a woman should be chasing a man and a woman should be chasing for his approval and his attention and validation, because that man there is working on his purpose. He's providing value. He hasn't got time for any drama, any games and any nonsense. So that woman should be trying to lock him down in the relationship. And the next point after that was masculine. So what modern day women are so masculine, they are so assertive, they are so disrespectful, they are so all types of, all the masculine qualities, right, you can think of. That's what these women are displaying nowadays, where they're just being completely not feminine at all. So when you're seeing any of that type of behavior, right, you need to straight away check that behavior and be like, nah, that's not running around me. Yeah, so whatever guys you've been dealing with, that behavior is not being tolerated in this area over here. So any masculine quality, you just check it. So you check behavior and then you do no contact. So the no contact right there, that's the most powerful one, where you just completely cut all communication from her. And the next point after that was disrespect. So modern day women have been programmed to be disrespectful towards men and to not show appreciation and to not show genuine care and love towards her husband. She's been programmed to be disrespectful and to be programmed with the sense of entitlement attitude. So there's a hadith about it as well, about how there's going to be more women in the hellfire than men. Reason being, and then they were asking, why is this the case? And then, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he replied with, these women here they showed ingratitude towards their husbands. So ingratitude means not being grateful, and not being grateful for all the duties and all the value that the husband provided. These women here, they didn't show any type of appreciation for that. Hence why more of them are going to be in hellfire. And the next point after that was the traditional. So these women here, these modern day women are not traditional. They don't know how to take care of a household. They don't have any cooking abilities. A lot of these women who are modern day women, they have poor communication skills, poor cooking abilities. They can't take care of a household. They can't take care of a family. They can't take care of the children. They can't do any of this type of stuff. But guess what? They're thinking, oh yeah, I've got all these other beta males who want me because I can just all these men just want to sleep with me. And it's just like, all these guys are just all low quality. When they come across that guy who's actually of value, it's like none of that means anything. You're not going to be able to win that guy over being like, oh yeah, just sleep with me. It's like, nah, you need to provide a lot more value to this relationship. So you need to have your cooking abilities, you need to be able to look after children, you need to have good communication skills, you need to be able to be very submissive and very friendly. Yeah, whenever you're around a masculine man, don't be not submissive. So that's what it is. These women here are not submissive in that way there, and then they're thinking that's okay. So you need to condition a woman to let her know that this is not going to be tolerated around here. So that's modern day women. Hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.